In these examples, we're going to look at some transformations of exponential functions, which are very similar to transformations of our other toolkit functions, such as y equals negative 3x squared. I would know that this function, compared with the graph of y equals x squared, contains a reflection about the x-axis and also a vertical dilation by a factor of 3. So if we're given f of x equals 2 to the x, an exponential function, and we want to reflect it about the y-axis, we know that we're going to include a negative somewhere. Okay, so I'll call this new function g of x. But if I placed it in front, that would reflect it about the x-axis, because that would change the signs of the y values. Instead, we're going to place the negative near the x in the exponent. So 2 to the negative x will reflect the original graph about the y-axis. Instead, if we want to vertically dilate f of x by a factor of 1/2, so I'll call this next function h of x, so that is directly affecting the y values, and so I am going to place a factor of 1/2 in front to get 1/2 times 2 to the x. Well, next we want to vertically stretch f of x by a factor of 3. Reflect it across the x-axis and then shift down one space. Okay, so turns out all of these transformations affect the y values. So we're not going to change the exponent in any way. We are going to multiply by negative 3, which vertically stretches the graph and reflects it across the x-axis. But we also need to shift down one space, so we're going to include a -1. Well, let's say we also want to use transformations to sketch the graph of this function, h of x equals 2 to the negative x plus 3. So the first thing I'm going to do is try to rewrite it by factoring out a negative from both terms in the exponent. That way we can see that there are two transformations that have occurred. One, there's a reflection about the y-axis due to this negative. Second, there is a horizontal shift 3 spaces to the right. So I'll graph the image in 2 steps. First is to perform the reflection across the y-axis. And lastly, shifting those points right 3 spaces. Our final graph looks something like this.